And welcome to Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to in this week's show. The Bulloch Academy Lady Gators making it all the way to the state Final Four in Americus. Unfortunately, they fell to Deerfield Windsor after leading for most of that game. Unfortunately, the Lady Knights came back there in the fourth quarter and were able to go on to win that one, and the Gators season comes to a close. As for our area baseball teams, most of them being hit pretty hard by Mother Nature as the weather playing havoc for a lot of the area teams in ball games. You did have a couple games being played last week. Unfortunately, not very good results. Bulloch Academy lost to Georgia Premier. You had Southeast Bulloch leading 7-0. South Effingham comes back to win that one 8-7, and Statesboro High dropped a pair of games on the road at Brunswick. They won 1 out of 3 games with them. Then they were scheduled to play on Monday. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get that game in with Greenbrier, and it looks like most of the games are going to be canceled through possibly Thursday, depending on how the weather turns out the rest of the week. As for the Georgia Southern basketball team, a big win over Georgia State this past week. They have a big game on Tuesday as they take on Arkansas State. Win that one, and they're one of the top 4 seeds and will get to host the opening round of the Sun Belt playoffs. And if they lose, they'll still be able to host a team, but they'll have to play an extra round if they don't get the 3 or 4 seeds. So we'll have to wait and see how that one turns out. We also had the Georgia Southern football team scheduled to begin spring practice on Tuesday. Unfortunately, the weather did not permit that to happen. Doesn't look like it's going to happen for Wednesday either. But we did have a chance to talk with Chad Lunsford and offense coordinator Bob DeBess and defensive coordinator Scott Sloan about what they see for the upcoming season. We'll have some of that for you in just a moment. We also were able to get in some Georgia Southern baseball from over the weekend. So the Eagles were able to win 2 out of 3 against Radford. We'll have highlights of that coming up in just a moment. They've got games scheduled with Georgia this week, but again, not looking really good as the weather forecast is not looking promising. So plenty to get to. We also had the Georgia Southern golf team in action down at Colleton River. We'll hear from them as well. All that and more coming up in just a moment. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888, or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Trust your eyes to the team that takes care of the Eagles. Professional Eye Care of Statesboro offers a full range of medical eye care, in addition to a wide assortment of glasses, sunglasses, and contact lenses to suit your style.
I'm Dr. Horace Deal. Allow me or one of my associates to provide you with comprehensive medical eye care. And we can help you select from a variety of glasses and contact lenses here at Professional Eye Care of Statesboro.
Well, the Georgia Southern baseball team with a big 3-game series at home this past weekend against Radford. We've got highlights from the Friday and Sunday victories. Let's send you out for some of the highlights. Georgia Southern hosting Radford in the first of 3 on Friday night. Early on, Noah Searcy with the single the other way, the RBI single, and it's 1-0. Christian Avant then with the bases loaded, the grounder to short. This one thrown away. Mason McWhorter scores. It's 2-0. More from the Eagles. McWhorter coming through with the RBI double to left. And then in the 8th, McWhorter at it again. He'd go 4 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Jordan Jackson, Tyler Davis, and Jake Martin able to combine for a 4-hit shutout with 7 strikeouts as the Eagles take game 1 8-0. Game 2, Georgia Southern fell 4-2, so to the rubber match we go. And this one, all Eagles in the second. Matt Anderson with the single in the left. 2 on for Blake Evans. He grounds to second. This one's booted. Christian Avent scores to make it 1-0 Georgia Southern. Plenty more to come. Stephen Curry doubles down the left field line. And it's 2-0 as Anderson comes home. Then 2 on for Mason McWhorter. And he takes this one up, and away to right. A hot weekend for McWhorter. The Eagles take a 5-0 lead. But they weren't done. Still in the second, the wild pitch will bring Evans home from third. Georgia Southern takes a 6-0 lead. To the third we go. McWhorter once again, the single to the center. The Eagles up 7-0. On the mound, David Johnson getting some defensive help as Curry starts the 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. The Eagles continue to pour it on offensively. Mitchell Golden comes through with the RBI single, and Georgia Southern wins this one in a rout, 19-2. As we mentioned at the top of the show, Georgia Southern scheduled to play Georgia on Tuesday in Athens, Wednesday in Augusta, and then next week they're supposed to play next Wednesday here in Statesboro at J.I. Clements. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the Tuesday or Wednesday games will probably be able to get in, but we'll let you know how things go next week. All right, stay with us. Coming up next, we'll visit on how the Georgia Southern golf team did up in Colleton River.
My Queensboro banker is Cheryl Quick.
Blanchard Equipment Company has 16 locations.
Queensboro has homegrown values just like us.
They get heavily involved in every community.
And that means strong customer service.
They've been around a long time, just like John Deere.
When you run across the bank like that, you stick with them.
I sure would like to own one of these John Deeres.
Well, we can sure make that happen.
Oh, well.
Queensboro is your community bank. Queensboro National Bank and Trust.
.180 Fitness prides itself on offering the best facility, classes, programs, and staff in Statesboro. More than just a gym, they're a family. Knowledgeable staff always on site to help you. Free group fitness classes, over 45 to choose from. Free supervised child care. Work out worry-free while they watch your children. With the new expanded weight floor, cardio equipment, and resistance machines, 180 has everything you need. The only gym in Statesboro with a sauna, the Evolve Training System offers both small group and one-on-one training to fit any budget. Located inside 180 is Statesboro's best kept secret, The Zone. The Zone is an inspiring community where you are motivated, supported, and celebrated through a unique fitness experience. With the use of heart rate monitor, you're able to train in your own individualized zone while tracking real-time results. The combination of cardio, endurance, and strength workouts will give you the lasting results you've been looking for. Your first class is free. Your body, your zone, real results. Come see why 180 Fitness has been voted the best of the borough for the last 12 years. Well, the Georgia Southern football team was supposed to begin spring practice on Tuesday. Unfortunately, Mother Nature had other plans. The rain forcing cancellation. It doesn't look too promising for Wednesday and maybe not even Thursday. So don't know when Georgia Southern will actually begin on the field, but we did have a chance to talk with head coach Chad Lunsford about getting spring practice underway.
It's always great to have the opportunity to get your team out on the field. The off season so far has been very good. Our guys are working very hard, blue collar, have really came with a great mindset. Going into spring ball, the biggest thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we're really working on our fundamentals, player development, and also a competitive edge. That's the things that I think is really important this spring. We have a lot of experience coming back, but we also have some inexperience, and I think there's a good mixture there. So we want to make sure we're developing guys and getting those guys in position. The other thing is, I just want to make sure we get the word out there for the spring game. Friday night, April 3rd. Would love to see a bunch of students, fans, Eagle Nation, best fans in the country, so would definitely love to see them at our game. Unfortunately, day one is going to be day 0 today. We got a little bit of inclement weather. I was looking for our indoor keys. I think TK took them to Ole Miss, so I'm not real sure if we'll be able to get in there today, so we'll probably go day 0 today.
And we'll hear much more from Coach as well as offensive coordinator Bob DeBess and defensive coordinator Scott Sloan next week. All right. Well, as for the Georgia Southern golf team, they were able to get in the opening round in Colleton River. On Monday, we had a chance to hear from assistant coach Crawford Simmons about how the Eagles are doing.
A great tournament, beautiful golf course, close to home, kind of a home game for us, which is awesome. And we were fortunate enough to be able to play a few rounds of golf at Forward Plantation, which really mimics this course really well. Pete Dye design fits our games really well. We're excited. Really important to get off on the right foot. Looking forward to the Shinkle coming up very soon. A couple events under our belt already, so we're kind of working towards that. Always looking eyes forward to Shinkle, and yeah, really excited.
And congratulations to the Georgia Southern men's golf team who shot the lowest round of the day in day 2 to go on to win the Colleton River Collegiate Tuesday at the Colleton River Club's Pete Dye course. 4 Eagles finished in the top 10, including Colin Bowles, Ben Carr, Mason Williams, and Jake Maples. And Brett Barron tied for 27th. Notre Dame's John Felidio, who played as an individual, shot .210 to finish first, 2 strokes ahead of the trio of Eagles. Tied for third, Jacob Eglund placed second at 5 under par. Bowles led Georgia Southern with a 69. Carr shot a 70. Williams shot a 71, while Maples and Wilson Andres, who played as an individual, posted 73s. Barron finished with a 76. And stay with us. Up next, we'll head out to Americas for highlights of Bulloch Academy's girls playing in the state Final Four. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy, in-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests, and ultrasounds, and in-house labs. Featuring nurse practitioner Melissa Beasley, Family Internal Medicine of Statesboro can accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care.
A sports injury can stop you in your tracks. At Optum Orthopedics, our specialized physicians and staff use advanced orthopedic procedures with one specific goal in mind: to get you back to you. If you have a sports injury, request an evaluation. Experience the Optum difference.
No credit refused isn't just an offer, it's a way of business and has been for over 100 years. No banks, no ridiculous credit requirements, just local Badcock store owners who treat you right and give you credit when others won't. It's never been easier to express your style and love your home.
Well, the Bulloch Academy Gators were able to get all the way to the Final Four in Americas. Unfortunately, things ended there. They fell to Deerfield Windsor, ending their season. Let's send you back for some of the highlights. The GISA State Final Four taking place in Americas at the Storm Dome. Bulloch Academy taking on Deerfield Windsor, and it was all Gators early on. Reagan Ellis starts things off inside. Next up, Abby Newton drives, stops, and pops from 15 feet away. More from the Gators. Casey Ricketts off the mark, but Ellis there, the rebound and the putback. Gators in command. The Knights coming back. They'd cut the lead to 8-7, but the Gators right back, going on an 8-0 run. Abby Newton hits the three-pointer. She'd have 12 first-half points. Next, it's Newton driving, getting this one to fall. And then off the miss, Shantae Nobles follows her own shot, gets the friendly bounce. Again, the Knights come back, hitting the boards, and they trim the lead to 9 at the half. Move on to the second half, and unfortunately not as much to cheer about. The Knights' Leah Lanier able to get the rebound and put back. She'd have 24 points. On the other end, Leah Williford trying to answer as she hits the tough layup. More from the Knights inside where they were making the rebounds and putbacks. And then it's Lanier throwing this one in and the foul. They'd end up taking the lead and continuing to hit from outside as well. The Gators try and respond as Casey Ricketts hits the three. Later, nice dish from Abby Newton inside to Janabeth Marsh for the layup, but things were falling Deerfield Windsor's way, and they'd end up winning this one 47-38. A tough one for the Gators, who lose 3 of their starters who were seniors from this year, but they do return quite a few youngsters that had plenty of playing time this year. All right, well, that'll wrap things up for now. We thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again next week.